Dr. Debbie, Curator of Education at the National Music Museum at the University of South Dakota. This is my assistant, Pierre. He's a coyote puppy. He doesn't say very much, but he listens very carefully. This is a trumpet. But where are the valves or the pistons, the buttons on this trumpet? Valves on trumpets were invented and patented in Berlin, Germany in 1814. Since this trumpet was made 100 years before that, it doesn't have any valves. But how then do you change the notes on this kind of a trumpet? Well, like on a modern trumpet, you have to buzz your lips in order to get a sound. Let's go ahead and try that. That's why the trumpet sometimes is called a lip reed instrument. Now, on a modern trumpet, the valves help produce all the notes of the scale from down low to way up high. But on a trumpet without valves, players can only rely on their lips. Sometimes these valveless trumpets are called natural trumpets. That's because only the notes of the natural harmonic series can be played on them. So think about tunes like taps and reveille, those kind of tunes that might be played by a bugle. They only use chord tones. Now, although you can play melodies way up high in the range, you cannot fill in the gaps between the chord tones and the low range. Scientifically impossible. As you can see, this trumpet is very long. If we stretched it out straight, this trumpet would be more than 7 feet long. Longer trumpets make it easier to play the notes up high in the harmonic series. These two trumpets were made in Nuremberg in central Germany about 300 years ago. Nuremberg was a center of metal production of all sorts, and they were famous for their trumpets. These trumpets were made by members of one family. Johann Leonhard Ehe II, all the way back in 1710, and about 20 years later, Johann Ehe III, 1730. They were uncle and nephew. You can see their initials, J-L-E, and the head of a man wrapped in a turban. This is the master's mark, kind of like an early form of a trademark. let's hear these trumpets being played by Barry Baugus and Nathaniel Cox.